name is Zaire White. I'm in 10th grade and I go to Sankofa Freedom Academy Charter School. Freedom School first was ever built in 1964 and it made many different impacts on people's lives, including myself. It not only gave me a different experience, something I never had before, but it gave it to me in a loving way, also teaching me about the background of my ancestors.
The purpose of education is to train your replacement. There is a phrase in ancient Egyptian language, and Egyptian language plays a very important role in Philadelphia Freedom Schools. Medu Yawu. Medu simply means a staff or a speech. Yawu means old age. So the purpose of education is for each generation to pass to the next generation as much of what they know and have experienced as possible, so that that next generation can learn it and then add to it.
In traditional African societies, pre-colonial, pre-Islamic, pre-Christian, classical African societies, education didn't have to be linked to solving problems or fighting for justice, right? Instead, it created models for proper socialization. At Freedom School, there's a way in which we're talking about education in response to oppression. But Philadelphia Freedom School is different because, yes, we do things in response to our oppression, right? And so we still do social action and social justice work. But we also are just trying to replicate spaces where we can be our authentic African selves.
Sankofa, the concept is, it means to go back and fetch it. So it means to go back and fetch our history, our culture, those things that help us to be strong humans in the world. And so Sankofa as a concept means that Sankofa Freedom Academy as an institution has meant this place where we are constantly looking back in order to move forward.
Curriculum has always been a collective effort for Freedom School, of mining all the best minds and creativity to create this curriculum that we believe would engage the children, but also engage the parents and engage the community.
The Pathways curriculum uses terms and concepts from the deep well of Africa to frame our curriculum. So instead of saying, for example, we want our young people to be good at math, we want them to have numeracy. We said, no, let's call it a pathway to Seshet. Well, Seshet is an ancient Egyptian concept. She is depicted as a woman in a leopard dress with an astronomical instrument over her head used for measuring the stars. She is the symbol in classical Africa of anything that can be measured, anything that will be built, anything that can be recorded and counted. And so we taking those concepts may seem like a small thing, but when you replace the Western or other concepts with the African concepts, you are becoming African-centered.
I just know that Freedom School itself has transformed education throughout the city, and I think because of the people that have been through it, and most of the, not even thinking of the students, but like the college interns, it created a lot of teachers.
So I'm grateful for what I've learned and what I know to be true and what I was able to practice at such a young age, because I'm using it now as a graduate professor. I'm using it now when I'm training teachers.
While you are an individual, you are also a part of a bigger purpose. I don't have to do everything myself. That I had this group of people who was willing to support me, and it went way beyond just the education realm of it, just the Freedom School itself.
Starting with Freedom School so very long ago, now there are grown-ups
who are doing this work, right? Like they were once very small children, young people in the program who are now leading in the front. And so I think when you're able to see that, it is a reminder, it's a receipt, so to speak. It's proof that, evidence even, that the work that we've been involved in is real and it has real outcomes that manifest into real human beings who can continue the work.
And also it could be big letters, so everybody could be able to come by and read the then we'll just take it on. Yes.
In Frankfurt, where Sankofa started, I was from that neighborhood, so I was the JSO going around getting petition signed, going around getting data, and just to know that we were living in such poverty and still living in such poverty, and just to have a school come out. I remember getting hundreds of signatures signed a day for this school to be open, and now I'm working here, and now my children go here. So it's just, that's the proof right there that the work is being done.
Philadelphia Freedom School and Sankofa is needed even more, like, because it's just so much darkness. Like, when I was younger, I didn't experience so much loss of friends, so much loss of family members. Like, I lost people, but it's like my sister is 19 and she's lost 10 classmates. That's scary.
We always say that we make sure that our children and families are physically, emotionally, and spiritually safe. And as you can hear, we need that safe space for our children.
Right now, I feel as if one of our goals at one time, it wasn't just about expansion of area, it was also about expansion of the mind. And I feel as if our collective community in Philadelphia especially, we need urgently the opportunity to embrace our young people now more than ever.
Freedom School is one big, huge village. And people talk about it, but this is a village in action. And one of the things Freedom School has demonstrated, we never have been the tourists in each other's lives. We're in there for the long haul.
So when I look at you, man, I say to myself, oh yeah, we are going to win, because we winning right now. All we do is win. Win, no matter what.